Hey, it's Amanda from LHL Organizing, and today we're going to look at fall decorations. So I don't know if this is an extreme minimalist video, just because if you really wanted to go extreme minimalist, you pretty much can't afford to have any decorations, especially seasonal ones. But I want to go ahead and talk about the different stages. So if you want to be any level of minimalist, there are different techniques you can use to go ahead and bring down your complete supply of decorations. So let's talk about it. Right now I'm set up for what is my spring and summer decorations. So I brought the tub up here on this love seat for what I'm going to swap out today. Hopefully I can still access the entertainment center. It's a little bit blocked right now, but I need some batteries out of there. So we're going to go ahead and talk about my approach to decorations at this point and what different levels you could do to reduce your decorations if you want to. So without further ado, let's get started. So I have one tub that I consider to be fall decorations, and then when it's out here, the spring and summer decorations go into it. And then when I switch to winter, I kind of have to do a shuffle to move the fall decor back into its bin in the spring and summer into the Christmas bins, and then do that swap later on, right? So it's a little unhandy that way. So if you're just starting out and you want to be more of a minimalist with your decorations, one of the things that I would highly suggest you start with is, if you aren't already, remove items that are in your regular decor when you put up seasonal decor. So you'll notice that my shelves back here, this is the main space that I'm able to decorate, and they are full. You'll also notice that everything's been moved up. I don't know if you've noticed this. It took me several days actually to notice this. My mom probably did it. It might have been my sister, but they were helping me with yard works, and my niece and nephew were here too, and so they kept getting a hold of stuff, and so we kept putting it further and further up. So it's most of my more fragile stuff wound up higher up. So what are you gonna do? We're gonna have to move it all around anyway, but that is the typical decor that I would put in those spaces. They're just, except the vase up there that goes on the table, but almost everything else lives on those shelves, just more balanced than what we're currently seeing. So I'm going to show you my decor and talk a little bit about what I like and don't like. One of the things that I'd like to do moving forward is to get pillow covers for fall. I don't currently have any. So I have spring, which you'll see out on this side. They're kind of buried right now, but they're bright springtime colors. And I leave those out spring and summer. And I have a kind of winter, I think it's winterish. No, it's just green. So I've been putting them out in winter, I think, but they're not really fall or winter. So I don't really have fall or winter pillow covers. And that's what I'd like to do in here. But basically, yeah, so if you've already been doing the swap where you pull stuff out of your regular decor to make room for the seasonal stuff, the next stage would be compressing to seasonal decor and not holiday decor. So for instance, Halloween, and if you love Halloween, then by all means keep your Halloween stuff, you know, keep what you love. One of the things that you can do to reduce your overall decluttering, your overall seasonal clutter, is to, instead of decorating for Halloween and then later Thanksgiving, decorate for fall and cover both, right? So it's heavy emphasis on pumpkins, fall colors, that type of thing. And then in the winter, you would do winter decor instead of Christmas, or have very limited Christmas things. Like maybe your tree is your only Christmas decoration and the rest is just winter decor. You can still use twinkly lights, that type of thing, to decorate in winter, all through the winter season. That helps, really. And then keep that through February. And then in March, around Easter time is usually when I will do my switch over to spring. So yeah, let's get started, okay? Let's just do it. one of the first things that I have to do is swap out my door decor. So I currently have a springy colored owls thing out there. These two little foam deals broke. I'm hoping I can just rotate this twig and not have to deal with it. Doesn't look like there's anything wire in there to actually rotate with, but hopefully it'll be enough out of the way. And then we've got our battery pack. So this is what we're gonna need to access the entertainment center for. That's where I keep my batteries. There's a lot of nice things about seasonal changes, about doing a deliberate seasonal change. So ta-da, that is our lovely door decor. So unfortunately it's continuous lights. It's not using a solar panel to detect when it's dark or light. And I think that's part of the reason why they burn out really fast. So ta-da. This is what I used to have on my door. So very springy colors, bright and colorful. And so we'll bring this back in spring. I have a winter wreath that goes up too. So this one's gonna be put away. This is my other fall outdoor decor, and truth be told, I love that they shimmer. That's fun, right? But they are too small to scale. So that's one of the things that you kind of learn when doing decor, is that great idea, way too small. People can't tell that this is a leaf from the road, right? When they're looking at my front door. So I was using these to decorate outside. They shimmer, they catch the light nice, but they're tiny, especially when they're just one strand. So ultimately, I think I'm not gonna put these up this year. I'm gonna get rid of them. So that's a declutter this year. I like the concept, but I think I wanna look for something that is bigger to scale. So the leaf being closer to like this. So that's my issue with that. And it's my only other fall decor. Sometimes I buy pumpkins. I didn't really know that squirrels like to eat pumpkins, so I found that out the hard way last year when a squirrel on like day 2 took huge chunks out of the front, beautiful side of my pumpkin. So I'm not doing that this year. I also don't have a lot of room on my stoop. It's pretty much a little bit over door width all the way down. And there's not a lot of extra room besides the door swing, so we can't afford to put a lot on there. So for now, my only fall decor is that hanging pumpkin wreath thing. So the rest is all gonna be inside. One of the things, let's start with the table. See if we can get some of the stuff down. That wasn't supposed to be up here in the first place. I think this used to be down here, maybe? I don't know. Kids were playing with stuff, and I don't really mind them playing with stuff, but I guess, you know, the babysitters didn't want to have to worry about that. So with this little guy, my vase for the table, I typically just put fall leaves in. So I have these that can flatten up, easy to store, and then we can kind of space them out a little bit better. They don't fluff terribly well. It's just sort of, you can offset them. And then we put 3 of those in, yeah. Into this lovely vase. And then that becomes my fall decor for the table. And that's all that's in my dining room for decor. My dining room, living room are connected like an L. So pretty much you can see what other decor I have anyway, so I don't worry too much about it. I also do, can we see now? Looking at the viewfinder there, all of the stuff over there. So I have little itty bitty pumpkins. I put a few of them in the kitchen usually. And then the rest are kind of in this little, can't see it, tractor pull pumpkin patch thingy. And then I usually put the little animals that my niece and nephew play with, like in there and around there, riding around. And so we have this Christmas pickup that essentially will come out. I might leave it out because they like to play with it, but I don't think I'm gonna see them this month. So essentially this goes away for Christmas time. I leave it out kind of all year round, and then we put up, but because I have the truck for Thanksgiving time, fall time, I put this one away and bring it out for later in the rest of the year. I kind of wish it didn't actually say Christmas trees on it and wasn't necessarily red. I don't care about the color that much, but I wish I could use this more all year round. And if I cared enough, I would just paint over it. So I don't care a ton, obviously. But we're gonna go ahead and pull that truck down. And I suppose the Christmas tree too. I think that's all the pieces for that. And then we're gonna pull out these succulents from the vase and instead put in a sunflower. And I don't know why sunflowers and fall seem to go together, because we harvest sunflowers before fall, but that then just goes on the shelves. And these things could really just go back in here. Yeah, because we don't need to do anything with them. They're containers for other things. And this is just kind of wild. The bottle brush tree ate the pumpkins. So, where did the pumpkin go? Did anybody see it? Where's the pumpkin? There's the pumpkin. Okay. Oh. So wherever we want a little bit of fall, I don't know what that's about, but oop. Oh, gonna lose it again. Okay, we need to keep those things together. So the question is, what things are gonna come out this year, right? I'm kind of putting out more toys for the kiddos to play with, but they can be a little more tucked away until the kids are coming to visit, and then I can bring them out so they don't have to be real noticeable. I love to display the corn maze picture in this season. We would like to make it a little more prominent. This is Paul Bunyan, and we don't need to make it more prominent, so we could just kind of lower it. And I think let's hide the beachy clamshell. I usually bring the apple out for Christmas. I have a ton of trees that come out on Christmas. I don't know what this is. Minor scale. Oh. Okay, they hid more stuff from the kids. That was on the piano. So we're gonna tuck that one away. We definitely wanna leave the little critters out. We just don't know where they're gonna be yet. And I think this tree is actually too tall for each of the shelves, so about the only place it can be is here. We're gonna put some pumpkins up there, and I'll show you what I mean in a little bit. These are picks. Those used to be in the sea turtle. And these pumpkins we're gonna spread around the house. We also have this lovely thing my mom made that holds towels. Crocheted deal. So we'll try to incorporate that in the kitchen. And then I have some, I don't want these to come out yet. They're really spring. I'm not sure why I had them removed. I probably didn't end up using them, bringing them back. So we're gonna bust out these bright orange crocheted things, drawing some attention there. I think these are both too small ones. So I'm gonna pop some color over here. Nobody actually uses the coasters, so I think we'll go ahead and tuck them away this year. Oh my gosh, the dust. The dust is bad. Do we want the singing bowl out? I think we can tuck the singing bowl away too. So, man, we need to dust. I had no idea it was getting this bad. Troublemaker. I can't believe they leave that piece alone. I think they can't really get in here is the problem. Oh, there's another pumpkin. I found another one. There's another pumpkin. So another pumpkin. It fell behind. Let's see if we can get to it. There we go. Okay, we're gonna need that for other rooms. And then I have a pine cone that I usually use with the truck. Not that it has to be with the truck. Actually kind of lacking a little bit in decor. I wonder if some of it's still hidden away. But that's okay. We're gonna use some pumpkins to fill in with. So, we don't need these. We're gonna use the pumpkins for the kitchen and some other spots in the house. And then I have several fat quarters of oranges and gray tones that I turn into toilet paper pumpkins and do the rest of my decorating with that. And so it compresses down very easily, the toilet paper you eventually use. And so no problem there. And that's not a lot of fall decor, really. I haven't figured out what to put on that one doily though. And should we tuck away the birds? Any ideas? I'm tempted to tuck away the wood one because we need to reduce some here, especially if we are gonna put more pumpkins up. So yeah, what do we do? What else should we put away? We could put Buddha away, or, well, actually this lantern could go on there. We have so got to dust the shelves, and it seems to be sticky dust, which is weird. Okay, hold on. So thankfully I have bought toilet paper recently. So essentially what you do is unwind quite a bit of it. I unwind about this much and then sort of squiggle it up as you twist it back on. You don't really have to be neat about it, and you're not really trying to get it tight. You want it to be kind of bunchy. Oops, I just tore some. And then if this is the pumpkin color we're going for, you put it squarely in the bottom center, take up a corner, stuff it in, come up just a little bit beside it and tuck a corner. And this is gonna be hard to show completely because you kind of have to, with fat quarters, You have to kind of assist the short edge using the long edge. Oh, my pumpkin came unraveled. Guys, why didn't you tell me? Pumpkin came unraveled. Okay, there he is. And we're trying to make sort of pleats, but like rough pleats on the edge. So if you know what I'm talking about, good for you. For everybody else, we're kind of making vertical lines. And there's going to be a point where you have to make some more severe vertical lines, but we want to end on a corner because the corner will help hold that material in. So that's what we're doing. We're tucking the top, and then you go find a twig, stick that in here. You could find yourself a leaf or two as well, and that is your pumpkin. Easy peasy. And that's usually what I do, is go outside and find a twig and a leaf that has a stem that can kind of hold it in, and then poop, and there's your pumpkin. So I got a little bit of a mess on this side, but usually you can clean it up just by tucking a little different. I just don't want to make it so tightly tucked that it looks like a toilet paper roll. So that's what we do. Decorate a couple of those pumpkins and add our spots of orange in here, even brighter colors. I also still do the gingham and that kind of thing in gray and black. And I think I'm going to use my green towel because I can't remember if I still have the towel that goes with this orange, because it's not in this bucket. So I probably got rid of it, or it's tucked away. So we need to go look and see what we've got for towels, but it might be the green towel that ends up in here. So that's gonna go in the kitchen with a couple of little pumpkins, and we'll probably put a couple little pumpkins on my jewelry cabinet, and I don't know if I'll do anything in the office. I'm also gonna make some more pumpkins and sprinkle them around the house. There'll be a couple in the bathroom too, which helps me bring fall into the bathroom without really, it's still toilet paper, right? Your decoration is toilet paper. So if we need them to be toilet paper, you can always unwrap it and poof, you've got more toilet paper. So I find that to be a great decoration in the bathroom. But I do sprinkle them all throughout the living room too. I probably won't have any of the toilet paper pumpkins anywhere but the living room and the bathroom, just because they're bigger and I don't have very much display space. So really this is primarily my display space. And then on top of the toilet bowl, I'll do a couple there, probably just two. But yeah, that's kind of what I do for fall. Okay, here we go again. I dug some stuff out. I did some more pumpkins, distributed the little pumpkins. We're gonna do some show off the decor to you at the end. But right now we're gonna figure out the painting. So what I'm looking to do is make space for, and I'm just gonna leave it so that these nails are covered by the other paintings. I have 3 more nails I found. So if I put them up as is, they're just right next to each other, which is too close together. But the painting is centered currently on the wall. You can see that I have some boo-boos above. Maybe you can see that. But it's snug in here right now. And that's not really how this is supposed to be displayed. So what we're trying to figure out is, do I need to put in like 3 new nails? Is this the right height even? Do we want to keep them level? The height really isn't too bad. We're aiming for art gallery height, which doesn't have us at the top of the painting. But I need to put in 3 new holes basically. And I think I'm gonna start with centering this one. Okay, good. All right. So 14, we need it at 7. Normally I would go ahead and mark it with a pen, or a pencil, I mean, but we really don't have to be that exact. Okay, so which one was the center one? Not that one. Right? That doesn't look right. What did I mess up? Guys, what did I mess up? Is it like this? Yeah, okay. So here's the center one. They say that that's level. Is it? No, definitely not level. Okay, somewhere in there will be level. Okay, that's still crooked. Okay, how much space do we want to put between our paintings? Weren't they level? Did I just hallucinate the whole nails being unlevel thing? The paintings themselves I thought were level. Nope, okay. They were a little off. Okay, I don't know. I think we could probably move the nail that's there. Do we want to put like an inch between? Like that. How bad did we do? I've hung a bunch of things before and we're very, very close. Very close together. My height is better on that one, but still a little on the low side. Distance wound up kind of oddly better. So what do we want to do? Third time's the charm? Is that what we're gonna do? A little down. That one's pretty bent. Let's use the littler one. Is it in good shape? A little down and a little over. And once we got the angle in it, we probably messed everything up, but. Okay. I don't know how it is that it's so easy to knock it around, but how are we doing? What do we think? Does it look too tiny in that space? Okay, whatever. So we're gonna call that good, and this other painting will go downstairs. We bowed this nail pretty bad, so I think it's gonna go retire. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how this wound up looking everywhere that I put up decor, but I need to do a little bit of polishing up first, and I might even have to dust first. I really don't want to, but probably should. So I'm only seeing that I'm gonna get rid of these sparkly wrap wires for the outside for fall. Looks like pretty much I can use everything that I already had for decor for fall, so we're not really doing much of an edit here. If you find that you want to reduce, again, the first thing I would do is make sure you pull out decor, regular decor, in order to put your seasonal decor up, and to switch from holiday decor to seasonal decor. And like for me, spring, summer, I don't really change anything. You get busy in the summer and I don't know what I would change anyway. So my spring, summer decor is the same, and then my fall and then winter decor. And then I also add in Christmas myself. And I think most people probably would. Christmas is some nostalgic pieces from my childhood. So I have like a Christmas tree that's made out of wood that is small, very small. Don't think I'm talking about an actual present Christmas tree. But that tree looks like it's a decorated one, and I would keep it out as a seasonal decoration, even though it is technically a Christmas tree. Yeah, it has like a fake popcorn string on it, kind of. Anyway. And then I have reindeer. I'd leave them out as seasonal too. But Santa and his elf I pack away. So I have a ladder that Santa and his elf climb. And that is from my childhood, which I really like bringing that kind of thing in. But it's to Christmas. So then when Christmas is over, that goes away.